Lucas, there is something important we need to talk about. And to be honest, I'm not even sure how to start. It's been difficult for me.
Dad, you are worrying me now. What's going on? You never get like this. Is it something serious? Is it something I've done?
It's about, well, it's about me and your mother. Over the last few months, we have been facing some challenges, difficulties that seem to go beyond what we can solve together. And in the midst of all this, something happened that I didn't expect. I met someone.
Daddy, are you serious? Are you and Mom really going to split up? Does that mean a divorce?
Yes, son, I think so. This wasn't a decision I took lightly. There were sleepless nights, thinking, rethinking, trying to find any other solution. I struggled with it, thinking about what would be best for us as a family, thinking about our happiness, our future, and as painful as it is to admit, I came to the conclusion that going our separate ways would be best for all of us, including Mom.
But what about the two of us? How do you think this will affect us? Daddy, don't do that with us. Have you thought about the impact on Mom and me? How are you going to deal with all this?
Yes, I've thought about it tirelessly, Luke. And that's precisely why we are having this conversation now. I want you to understand more than anything that my love for you will never change. Together, we'll navigate this as smoothly as possible. I promise. I'm here to support you, my baby, to make sure that despite the changes, you feel safe and loved.
Daddy, but how can you be so sure that this is the best way forward? How can you decide to start something new and, in doing so, turn your back on everything we've built together to the life we had as a family?
My sweetie, I want you to understand something very important. I'm not leaving anyone behind. Being your father is the greatest honor of my life, and you will always be my priority, no matter what. All of us, including your mother, deserve to pursue happiness, even when it means making difficult decisions. Your mother and I talked at length with great sincerity and compassion, and we came to a mutual understanding. As challenging as this moment is, we are committed to keeping our family together in a new but equally loving way.
But how can you be so sure of that? Starting a new life? How can that not mean leaving us behind? What about the moments we've always shared, like birthdays, holidays? What will happen to these traditions that have always been so important to us?
Lucas, I understand that all these changes are scary, and it's completely normal to feel that way. But I promise you, with all my heart, that we'll find ways to make these future moments something special. We will create new traditions, all our own, something we can look back on a smile remembering, and we'll keep some of these old ones, the ones we hold dear. The most important thing of all is that we will continue to be together, building memories no matter where life takes us. Uh, I understand that, but it's hard. I just wish things didn't have to change, that we could be like before. I miss the way things were too, Lucas. But life teaches us that change is inevitable and is often the soil in which new opportunities for happiness can sprout. It's difficult, no doubt, and it may even hurt at first. But I promise, with everything I've got, that we'll get through this phase together. Not just survive it, but find new paths to joy and togetherness. Together, we're strong enough to face anything that comes our way. But, Dad, what is it going to be like from now on? Are you and Mom, are you going to be friends? And this new person in your life, how should I relate to her? We'll do our best to maintain a friendly relationship, my son. Your mother and I agree that the most important thing is your well-being. As for the new person in my life, I want you to know that there's no rush. When you are ready, we can find a way for the two of you to get to know each other. But only if and when you feel comfortable. And things at home, are they going to change much? I mean, will I have to choose who to stay with? We are not going to force you to choose, my dear. The plan is for you to have your space with both me and your mother. We want you to feel safe and loved, regardless of how things are organized. We'll try to make this transition as smooth as possible for you. What about me? What can I do? It feels like everything is changing and I'm just here, helpless. You have a voice in all this, my dear son. If there's something that worries you, something you need or want, I want you to feel free to speak up. We'll get through these changes together. And remember, it's not about making definitive choices or taking sides. It's about finding a new balance, a new way of continuing our family with new dynamics. All right, I guess. I just need a bit of time to understand it all. It's a lot changing all at once.